Alrighty, give me a second. Andrew's got to adjust the camera, have it focus. You guys can watch behind the scenes really quickly before this sucker starts. This is what happens when you're running on 3 hours of sleep. What's up, everybody? Okay, let's do this, shall we? Let me adjust some things here. Let me click some buttons. And let's move this here. No, there it is. Alrighty. Week 2, everybody. Week 2. It's going to be exciting. Let's do this. Alright, what's up, guys? Greetings from... Sup from New Zealand. My man. That's awesome. Yo, from the UK. Goodness. What time is it over there, guys? What are we doing? Devontae Adams or DK Metcalf? Or Scary Larry? What? Devontae Adams, of course. Come on, Jason. We know the drill. Carson Wentz or Lamar Jackson. Depends on your scoring format. If it's 6 point per passing TD, I'd probably go with Carson. 4 point, probably Lamar. From Quebec, Canada. Goodness. Look at this, man. What's up, Shelton? Lamar or Matt Ryan? Probably the same deal with Matt Ryan as the Carson Wentz question. So 6 point, probably Ryan. 4 point, Lamar. But to be honest, if Lamar Jackson's throwing touchdowns left, right, and center with his arm, he's just as relevant. Just depends whether or not he gets to be as successful as he was last week. How am I feeling about Aaron Rodgers? Should be a good day today. Should be a fun matchup. Hopefully the game isn't a defensive back and forth. Hopefully both the running games stagnate early, and it's just going to be who can air it out the most. I have Lamar Jackson starting over Rodgers, which you should. I'm going to go quickly, guys. Today, we only got an hour, and then I got to go. I'm going to the Rams versus Saints game today. It's going to be exciting. So we're going to go quickly because it's going to take a while to get there. All right, here we go. Standard, Rodgers versus Josh Allen. I'd probably play Josh Allen if it's a standard due to the rushing yards, but Aaron Rodgers isn't a bad play this week. Still top 12 in my eyes. Where am I going? What the heck happened? Let's see here. I don't know what happened. It is gone. AB really on the Patriots? Crying face? Yeah, well, he's probably going to play today. Here we go. Deshaun Jackson or Brandon Cooks? I'll take Cooks today. Typically good against the Saints. Mark, let's see here. Pick 3, Diggs, Edelman, Gordon. Okay, so of the available wide receivers that you are presenting here, I probably play Diggs, Edelman, and Hardman. Yes, that's correct. Hardman, because he's going to torch that secondary. Here comes a $5 donation. Remember, guys, donations take priority, so do not forget that. All right, my man Greg, thank you again for the $5 donation. Much appreciation, brother. All right, standard pick 2, David Johnson, Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry, Austin. Oh, my gosh. All right, that's so unfortunate. Wow, that's rough. That is honestly, that's a rough decision. At least you know for the rest of the season you're pretty set on running backs. But you might want to look to trade one of these guys for like a top-tier wide receiver, but you probably have one of those two. As of right now, I'm probably benching David Johnson because of the matchup against Baltimore. And I'm leaning towards playing. Wow. I'm probably playing Derrick Henry and Austin Eckler. And I'm probably leaving Mark Ingram on the bench. And let me tell you why. Mark Ingram dealt with a shoulder injury all week long. He probably he's going to play today for certain. But if there's a chance that he tweaks anything, Gus Edwards is just around the corner on the wings, ready to take some carries away. It's really close. I could see you playing any of those three comfortably, Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry, or Eckler, but I take Henry and Eckler as of right now. Yeah. Again, thank you for the donation, Greg. Much appreciation. All right, let's go ahead. Let's continue on here. Okay, flex, standard, Singletary, Alshon, Dig. Okay, yeah, I don't want to play. Okay, here's a really good point that we need to all get on the same page with. Singletary is not been named the starting quarterback of the Bills. So for those of you who are assuming that he's going to be ready to go right away, just be a little careful. For that question, I'd probably rather stick with Diggs or Alshon because of their opportunity. But, Singletary only had 4 rushing attempts last week, guys. I mean, we have to put that into account. It's a pretty big difference between being the starting running back like Frank Gore is and getting those 10-plus touches on the ground and then just getting handoffs here and there. All right, another donation here. Thank you again. All right, my man Andrew, the fantasy guru. Yep, flex question. James White, Cortland Sutton, LaShawn McCoy. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, there has been word going around that James White could miss today's game. Now, that's because he's expecting the birth of his child, which is, yes, that's literally the reason. So there is a chance that he could miss the game. I haven't heard anything about whether or not he's going to be active. I believe he's traveled with the team. I would look into that immediately. If, in fact, James White is a question mark, I would rather play LaShawn McCoy over Cortland Sutton this week. Now, if James White is ready to go, I'm probably playing James White against the Miami Dolphins defense. Should be a great thing. I'm really honestly just about to look this up. Let's look up James White, see if he's on the active list for today. Let's see. Anything on the latest? Any news regarding the situation? Seems like he's with the team. So I'm probably playing James White over LaShawn McCoy and Cortland Sutton. Thank you again for the donation, brother. All right, moving on. Next one. Matthew. Thanks for the advice last week. Helped me win week 1. Lockett or Shady McCoy this week in a standard? I'm probably playing Lockett. Shady McCoy would require that extra boost of the touchdown in order to find some relevancy. Against the Oakland Raiders, here's the thing about McCoy. If in fact the game script has the Kansas City Chiefs up more than 20 points, then LaShawn McCoy is probably going to get a good amount of touches over Damian Williams. Therefore, he'd be a pretty solid play in a standard league there because he's going to get all the work on the ground. But that ever-elusive touchdown is what you're looking for. As of right now, with the Pittsburgh Steelers, in terms of their secondary, but they were able to, they had I don't even know what the heck they put on the field last week. It was brutal, to say the least. The question is, are you willing to go with Lockett, who only had 2 targets last week and saved his week with 1 reception, who's dealing with a back injury, says he's fine, or would you rather go with the safetiness of that running back? In my opinion, I think it might be McCoy this week because I think the game script is going to be heavily favored in the way of the Chiefs. So in terms of avoiding any injury and worrying about Lockett's target count as of right now, hopefully it goes up. If you want to play Lockett, there's always an opportunity to do so, but you have to just pray that Russell Wilson drops back and looks at him more than 6 times and at least lets go with the ball. Thank you again, Matthew, for the donation, but I'm going with McCoy. Let's see, Josie. Kiki against the Jags or Debo against, this is a deep league, against the Bengals. Sterling Shepard is out and needed to fill. Yeah, Sterling Shepard has a concussion. Guys, get him out of the lineup. As of right now, between Kiki Cutie and Debo, okay, so this is what I heard. Kiki Cutie's coming off that knee injury. Or is it an ankle injury? I think it looked like it was a knee injury. It's probably an ankle injury. As of right now, the way I see it, look, this is the tricky part about it. Deebo Samuel had a majority of the offensive snaps at the wide receiver position last week for the 49ers. So the problem is he didn't play well. And they're saying that Dante Pettis is probably going to get a little bit more of the work this week against the Bengals. So that's probably going to take place. So whether Kiki can come into the Houston Texans lineup and beat out Willie Snead off of an injury, that's the biggest question. Because the Texans love to use 2 wide receiver sets. They want to use DeAndre Hopkins and Will Fuller on the field almost all the time. And then they'll figure out who the heck is playing slot. And they always have a back and a tight end on the field. So I don't think Kiki Cutie is going to see the field very often today, unless he's with the second team and they blow out the Jags, which probably isn't, a given. So for now, I'd probably play Debo against the Bengals, as he's probably going to still be on the field as a starter or second quarterback. Thank you again for the donation. Moving on, Moby1, you're my only hope. 12-team PPR. Sit Carson for Damian Williams, ? Already starting Zeke and Eckler, as we discussed. Yep, we talked about that earlier on the Patreon, guys. Check that out. Link is in the description. Let's see. Play advocate. I've started. Okay, so here's the deal. Chris Carson gets to play against the Steelers. The Steelers murked Sony Michel last week. But is that a possibility to occur to Chris Carson this week? I doubt it. The amount of work that Chris Carson got in the passing game and completely threw Rashad Penny under the table, it looks to me like Chris Carson is going to be the full-time back until he gets injured. As for Damian Williams, I want to start the starting running back of the Chiefs offense, especially into a good matchup against the Raiders. So this is tricky to say the least. Personally, I'm playing Carson. But if you want to play Damian Williams, we talked about this earlier. If you want to play Damian Williams, do it. Don't regret leaving him on your bench and then he has a pop-off week. That's all I have to say, guys. Don't make any regrets. Just ball out and put in your best players and see how it rolls. And to be honest, the difference between Carson and Damian Williams, they're both good running backs and they're both utilized at a great amount. The only difference is LaShawn McCoy sits behind Damian Williams and ready to snag anything coming that way, and Penny disappeared. Thank you again, Moby1, for the donation. All right, I'm just scrolling to the bottom, guys. Okay, here we go. I missed another. Okay, hold up. Let me see. Did I miss any other donations here? Yes, I probably did. So let's scroll. We're going to find them. We're going to find them. Here we go. One at a time. Holy moly. Okay. What the heck is going on here? All right, if I missed one up there, then I'm sorry. Okay, AJ says, thank you, bro. You're welcome. Much appreciation for the donation. Jason, $2 donation. Thank you, brother. Let's see here. Chapstick, 1889, says, Moncrief, Amendola, or MVS, pick 2. Ooh. I'm probably going with... But Amendola plays against the Chargers. I'm going with Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and I'm going with Moncrief this week. I'll take both of those two. Thank you for the donation. All right, scrolling down. Where's the other ones? All right, here we go. VW Fan 32 says standard. Cook, Chubb, Jacobs, pick 2. That's Dalvin Cook. Okay, so I'm playing Nick Chubb without a doubt in my mind, certainly. Jacobs against the Kansas City Chiefs. If, in fact, they get blown out early and the Chiefs are coming in scoring, the running game is not as much of a priority. But that's also a problem with the Vikings game. I'm probably playing... Oh, man, how can you only play 2? Where's your flex? Who's your flex? VW Fan, how is this possible? I'm probably playing Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb this week. Oh, my God. How do you leave Jacobs on the bench? That's what I'm doing. I'm playing Cook and Chubb. Oh, gosh. That's tough, guys. That's tough. Eric, in a PPR, bench Mixon for James White or Miles Sanders. Is Mixon playing today? From what I saw, he participated full yesterday in practice, even though he has that high ankle sprain, which is a bitch to deal with. It's pretty much going to be tolerance of pain this week. Let's see here. Mixon questionable for Sunday, sprained ankle against the 49ers, injury in the pregame warmups. We'll make sure. Okay, so pretty much you just have to see if he's ready to go. If he plays, he plays. But the issue is, do you want to put in a player that could potentially miss a significant chunk of the game if he goes down with an injury? That's a risk. James White against the Dolphins, juicy matchup. And so is Miles Sanders against the Atlanta Falcons defense that we saw Dalvin Cook and Alexander Madison completely destroy last week. And the Eagles' offensive line is nothing to mess with. So both of those plays are probably safe routes as of right now in comparison to a injured Mixon who may not even play. So between the two, between James White and Sanders, if you play in a full PPR, I'd probably go with the James White, considering Darren Sproles is still running around in that backfield taking carries. So I'd probably go with James White over Sanders this week. Thank you again for the donation. Moving on. Let's see here. Don't spam, James. Don't spam. I'm telling you, don't spam. Last week we had a conversation with a couple people. I had to put people in their place, but no, I'm just kidding. Just relax. We're getting there, okay? We're getting there. I just have to deal with all this. Sanders or Lindsey? RB2, Diggs or Hardman flex. Okay, so we're playing Sanders over Lindsey. I don't want to play Phillip Lindsay against the Bears. Absolutely not. I don't care if it's in Denver. I don't care if it's in space. It doesn't. If they can play on the moon, and Khalil Mack's going to run them down. It's going to happen. So Phillip Lindsay, I don't even want to touch. They couldn't even run the ball against the Raiders, and Royce Freeman is taking a lot of the carry. So Miles Sanders over him. Diggs or Hardman in the flex. I would probably play Stephon Diggs because I don't have the heart to leave him on my bench, but I really do think that Hardman is one catch away from making his fantasy week, a 75-yard bomb, 13 fantasy points in one play, and it's over and he's set. I really think he can do it considering the injuries that have taken place over the last week to the Raiders secondary. So he has a very good opportunity, but I have a hard time leaving Diggs on the bench, especially over a rookie that hasn't caught a ball yet. That's the real tricky part. So I'd probably play Diggs and Sanders this week. Let's see here. Scroll. Is there anybody else that I'm missing? Northwest, thank you for the donation, guys. Delafonte, thank you for the donation. No question. Luke, okay, hold on, wait. Did I miss somebody? Yeah, I did. All right, Northwest. Do Metcalf, John Brown, Miles Sanders flex standard? John Brown. Certainly John Brown. I know Sanders looks like a juicy play this week, and so does Metcalf because of how bad the Steelers secondary was. Metcalf, he's going to have to earn his stripes even more in my eyes for me to have confidence to put him on the field, considering how many times the Seahawks throw the ball in their offense. They only threw the ball, 24, 25 times last week? Even then, that's nothing. All they want to do is run the ball there. In between Sanders and John Brown, John Brown against the Giants just seems like too good of a matchup, especially with the 10 targets he had last week in the offense playing against the secondary. They got completely murderized last week by the Cowboys. I'm going with John Brown over Miles Sanders this week. Thank you for the donation. Moving on. Let me see here, Luke. Half PPR, Dalvin Cook, Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, and I'm assuming that's Chris Thompson. I'm picking 3. I'm leaving Chris Thompson on the bench. I'm playing Dalvin Cook, Le'Veon Bell, and I'm playing David Johnson. You should have Ty Montgomery probably on your bench just in case Lev doesn't play. He probably will. He had the MRI. He's cleared to go. They threw the questionable tag on him. I don't know why. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. So Dalvin Cook, Le'Veon Bell, and David Johnson. Moving on. Thank you again for the donation, Luke. Okay. Holy moly, guys. Here, the donations are coming in hot today, guys. Woo! AJ, +3 equals 5. I don't know what's happening. What? Okay, thank you very much. Hey, someone's bringing out the Euros. Russell, what's up? PPR, pick 2. T.Y. Hilton, Tyreek Williams, or Tyrell. Jesus, Moses. T.Y. Hilton, Tyrell Williams, Lockett, and Cooks. I'm probably playing Brandon Cooks, and they play against. I'm playing T.Y. Hilton and Brandon Cooks. Certainly Cooks for sure. I'm playing him. T.Y. Hilton could be replaced with Tyrell Williams, but as of right now, a little tricky. So I'd probably play Hilton. Give me a second, guys. I got to answer this phone call. It's actually pretty important. Okay, we're coming back. Here we go. All right. Is there any more? Okay, give me a second, guys. Let's do something really quickly. I don't want to miss any donations. So I just got to go look at all the donations, make sure. Okay, Greg, we got. AJ, we got. Jason, we got. Chapstick, we got that. Matthew, we got. VW fan, we got. Josie, we got. Eric, we got. Moby One, we got. Ollie, yeah, we got him. Northwest, yep. Elefante, Luke, Gray Smith, yep. Russell, yep. Eric, another question. Eric says, Marquise Brown or James White in a PPR? Woohoo! It depends what you're looking for, Eric. Depends if you're looking for the boom play that is going to somehow break over the top of the Cardinals defense, or you're just looking for the safe 12 fantasy points in a PPR format that you can get from James White. Just catching the ball out of the backfield and completely decimating the defense of the Miami Dolphins. Currently, in my thought process, I don't trust the idea of playing Marquise Brown this week. He only saw 18% of offensive snaps last week against the Miami Dolphins, in which, you're a rookie, you caught 4 balls, that's great, 2 touchdowns. But I'd like to see a little bit more room from him or a little bit more work. There's still, you still have Willie Snead out there. You still have Miles Boykin, vying for targets and snaps over there. So as of right now, just a little weary on starting a guy that had a huge week 1, may disappoint fantasy owners in week 2. So just a little concerned. I'd probably go with James White there. Is there another donation that just flew in? There is. All right. Delefante, PPR. Actually, let me get this on screen, guys. Give me a second. Holy moly, the donations, guys. Woo! Are coming in hot today. Here we go. Full PPR. Pick 2. Connor, Gurley, Carson, or Eckler. I'm playing Connor and I'm playing Eckler this week. Connor against the Seahawks, I'm okay with. And probably, Carson. I'm not playing Gurley. Here's the problem with Gurley. I'm just worried about him. Listen, the issue that sits is Malcolm Brown. Malcolm Brown is pissing me off taking goal line carries. My cousin went to the Rams practice yesterday. It was a private, watch, whatever the heck. It was a private viewing. And he said Gurley was getting all the reps during the walkthrough. And that Malcolm Brown didn't even walk into the first team offense. So I'm assuming they were holding Gurley last week and they were, preparing him for this week. Let's hope that's the case. But I probably would stay away from Gurley. Between Connor, Carson, and Eckler, I'm probably playing Connor and Eckler. Thank you for the donation. Okay, let's see here. Moving on. Here we go. Crowder or Robinson? I'm not playing Jamison Crowder this week. King Peter, I'm playing Robinson. If there is no Sam Darnold, there is no Jamison Crowder. Let's see here. Holy moly, today is a packed one. We got 40 minutes. Here we go. Ridley, Cup. Oh my, here comes another one. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Ridley, Cup, or Hardman? Where is it? I lost it. There it is. Aiden. I'm probably playing Cooper Kupp, then Hardman, then Ridley this week. Even though they all have fantastic matchups, Kupp against the Saints secondary, beautiful. He's playing slot. He's going to be running around catching everything from Goff today. Ridley's playing against the Eagles secondary, juicy matchup, and then Hardman's against the Raiders. They're all fantastic matchups. I probably just play Kupp for the safety of targets there, and he always has touchdown upside as Goff's favorite target. All right, here we go. Where's this donation? Okay, here we go. Greg Daughtry, thank you for the $3 in euros, baby. Whew. McLaurin, Crowder, Mike Williams, or Mohamed Sanu this week. I'm playing only one of them, I suppose. Okay, so Mike Williams is playing. Had a knee injury last week, but he's playing again. Do I want to play Mike Williams against Detroit? Okay, here's the thing. Crowder is probably off the list, considering he had 17 targets last week, all from Darnold. I don't think Trevor Siemian is coming into this offense and making it look like there's no quarterback change at all. Trevor Siemian is obviously a downgrade. He had a couple good games with the Denver Broncos, but other than that, I'm not really convinced with that. So Crowder's off this list. Mohamed Sanu could find himself with a good week here, honestly, because he plays the most snaps of all wide receivers on the Falcons, and he saw just as many targets as Calvin Ridley. So he could have a big week. I think he had 5 receptions last week for 60 some odd yards. He's decent in a PPR. That's your average play. But between McLaurin and Williams as of right now, I'm probably I don't trust Mike Williams. He's such a touchdown-dependent receiver. I'm either going with McLaurin or Sanu, and between the two, I'm probably going with McLaurin this week. Thank you for the donation, brother. Let's see here. Max. Let's see. Where are we going? Where we are? Okay, Max. Mixon or Breida and Galladay or... Okay, I'm playing Galladay over Metcalf. And because of Mixon's, okay, if you believe, I don't think Mixon's good. There's a reason he left the game. There's a reason why he didn't practice for majority of the week. The ankle's messed up. It's a high ankle sprain. You don't want that on a running back. I'm probably going Breida and Galladay today. Thank you for the donation, Max. Okay, we're scrolling. What is these thinking emojis? What are we doing here? Okay, here we go. You got my attention, Kevin. G-Mini Christmas. Bro, I need help. Half PPR. Pick 2. Will Fuller, T.Y. Hilton. Yikes. I'm playing the running backs. Moving on. No more of these thinking emojis, guys. Robbie Anderson or Chris Thompson? That's a tough one. Jason, where's the question? You just throwing in a $2 donation? Thank you. Guys, remember? Oh, hold up. You know what? Andrew's got it. You know what? There it is. Hold up. Andrew made a mistake, guys. Moving on. Aaron Jones, Justin Jackson, or Mike Williams? Why wouldn't you play Aaron Jones? I mean, Justin Jackson can't be played, Jerry. You can't play Justin Jackson, so that's not even an option. Mike Williams, knee injury, I don't trust it right now. So I'd probably just play the running back there. Seattle defense or San Fran? Oh, neither. I'd probably rather. I mean, those are just kind of sketchy. San Francisco looked good last week because Jameis Winston was too busy throwing interceptions instead of doing anything else. And a lot of pick sixes happened there. So you could just run San Fran. They could be legit. That defensive line is pretty good. And if everyone's worried about Andy Dalton's offensive line, then there could be some work there. McCoy or Fournette? I'm playing Leonard Fournette this week. That is not a problem in my mind. For certain, I'm playing Leonard Fournette. Jarvis or Dede? I'm probably playing Jarvis because I don't trust Minshew very much. He's a rookie. Antonio Brown or Brandon Cooks? I'm playing Brandon Cooks. I don't know what we're going to see from Antonio Brown today. I know he's playing, but I don't know what we're going to see. Watkins or Kerryon? I would always put Watkins over him. It's not even close. Come on. Watkins has to start. In almost every league, Watkins should start. The guy put up 40 points for you last week, and you probably put him in your lineup because he's a number 2 receiver. So you got to keep him going. All right, let's see here. Ted Ginn, Dante Moncrief, Emmanuel Sanders, flex stand. I'm playing Dante Moncrief, excuse me. I don't trust. Look, Sanders is the number 1 wide receiver of the Broncos, but against that Bears pass rush and that Bears defense, it's going to be really difficult for them to figure that out. So I'm going with Dante Moncrief. I know Ted Ginn, I hyped him up a little bit, but I probably feel more comfortable with Moncrief this week in that matchup against the Seattle Seahawks. So thank you again for the donation, brother. All right, moving on. Let's see here. Philip Lindsay or Ty Montgomery? Real funny. Why would you? What? No, you're playing Philip Lindsay. There's no way that Le'Veon Bell is out and Ty Montgomery is one. Even if Ty Montgomery's a starting back of that team this weekend or this Monday, I'm not playing him because he's going to get slaughtered. I mean, with a backup quarterback, backup running back, there's no way Adam Gase gets that. I mean, let's not forget, Adam Gase did somehow make Brock Osweiler look like a good quarterback last year with the Miami Dolphins, but different conversation. Breida or Williams in a PPR? I'm assuming you're saying Damian Williams, Tyrone Jenkins, so we're going to go with Damian Williams over Breida this week. Miles Sanders or Devin Singletary in a standard? I'll probably take Miles Sanders this week. Just because the head coach came out and was like, yeah, Frank Gore's our starter. As soon as you say that shit, like, that pisses me off. Like, for fantasy purposes, like, what the heck, man? What are we doing? Brandon Cooks or Tyler Lockett? I'll take Brandon Cooks. Holy moly, why did it just teleport me? Lamar Jackson or Carson Wentz? I've mentioned this before. 6-point per passing touchdown, Wentz. 4-point per passing touchdown, Lamar Jackson. Yes, it makes that big of a difference. John Brown or Tyler Boyd this week? I probably want to go with... I go with John Brown. I go with John Brown this week. McLaurin? No. Let me just scroll here because I know it's going ape. Holy moly. Okay. Here we go. Look at this one. At Andrew. Greetings and salutations. How do you feel about Adrian Peterson against the boys this week? Should be okay. He's had, I mean, look, he's a legend, right? Living legend. Should be good this week. If the boys' defense is as good as advertised, which they were all of last season, or not all of last season, but late last season, they were pretty damn good against the run. They should be fine there. But I think Adrian Peterson is still behind a pretty good offensive line himself. And then, if Keenum can move the ball downfield and set him up with some opportunities, he should be fine. Love the channel answer. Thank you very much. Let's see here. We answered that one. Okay, we're scrolling. I don't want to miss anything, guys. I'm just trying. I mean, I've missed like 1,000 questions, maybe more, maybe like 17,000 questions have flown by my head here. Kenny Golladay, Josh Gordon, or John Brown this week? I'm probably playing Kenny Golladay and then John Brown, then Josh Gordon. I know Josh Gordon looks really good as a prospect against Miami. I'm a little sketched out. It depends. If Antonio Brown's playing, I have a hard time thinking that they're not going to throw the ball to Antonio Brown just to really light it up. But yeah, I'd probably play Golladay in that. Let's see. Sony Michel, Kerryon Johnson. I'm playing Kerryon Johnson. Miles Sanders. Yeah, we already went with that one. Okay. Let's scroll. Breida or Antonio Brown. Sketchy, dude. Look, here's the thing about Antonio Brown, guys. I'm just going to straight up. Antonio Brown is a guy that I don't know what he's going to do today. Is he even going to play? Is he going to suit up and just be a distraction on the field? Is he just going to line up and make people double cover him? That's the question. Thomas, thank you for the $5 donation. Says Philip Lindsay or Chris Thompson, full PPR. Philip Lindsay let me down last week. Yeah, and he's going to do the same for you this week. Therefore, you'll leave him on the bench playing against the Bears defense. Not a fun matchup. I think the Cowboys are going to get ahead early in that game against the Redskins, forcing Chris Thompson to have to play majority of the game. That's the thing about Adrian Peterson someone was mentioning. If the Cowboys take an early lead, which I assume they're going to, Chris Thompson is going to be heavily used in this game, and in a full PPR is a much better option this week than Philip Lindsay. Thank you for the donation, Thomas. Look at that. That was a quick... I busted that one out quickly because I think I answered it earlier, but thank you again for the donation. Appreciate that. All right. D.D. Westbrook or Darren Waller? Why not play Waller? I mean, it's a flex question. I get it, but I don't know, man. I just feel like Waller might be the way to go, guys. D.D. Westbrook, I don't want to touch any of the Jaguars receivers. I don't know if they're going to do anything. Exotics, coming in with a $10 donation. Thank you. What's up, brother? Enjoy the videos and the streams. Trade question. Okay, let's hear this. PPR, Eckler for Freeman. I'm getting offered Freeman. Not sure if I should go with long-term Eckler. Here's the thing about Devontae Freeman. He's a garbage can. He's terrible. No, I mean, he's not great. The offensive line for that team is really what bothers me more than anything. So that's probably the biggest issue for that today, especially against the Eagles, who have a pretty good front seven, who didn't let Darius Geis do anything last week in the running game. And from what I saw last week, Ito Smith was used heavily in a lot of packages, and Devontae Freeman only had 3 targets out of the backfield, 3 receptions at least, but I'm just concerned about Devontae Freeman. I'd probably rather keep Eckler or probably try to get something better out of the Eckler play right now. The guy's going to have another good week today, and I'm pretty confident that you can probably flip him for a better player than Freeman. Again, Freeman's strength of schedule is not looking good rest of the season as well. So until he gets to after week 10 where he gets to play against the Saints, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Panthers 6 times in like 7 weeks, I don't really see Freeman as a target, trade target, as of right now. So keep Eckler for now. Exotics, thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate it a lot. AB with the $5. I don't know what CA means. Is that Canada? What's going on here? Let's see here. Holy moly. AB or Alshon? Look, here's the thing, guys. I don't even want to touch AB. I don't want to touch him, but he's so good. If AB's playing and he kills your fantasy team, what happens then? I don't know, man. That's the biggest question mark. Like, I'd rather play an injured player. I'd rather play Joe Mixon than AB because at least I know Joe Mixon at least is going to be used in the offense. If he plays, we know, okay, Joe Mixon's going to be handed off the ball. I don't even know if AB is going to do anything today. I really, truly don't. We're assuming he's going to be good. Hopefully he's good. That's the risk you have to take. I don't even want to answer that. You know what I mean? It's just tough. It's really tough. I'd probably just go with Alshon because it's a safer matchup against the Atlanta Falcons secondary, which is juicy. AB just sent... Okay, here we go. AB, I got you right now. Just sent $5, please. Yeah, Fournette or Carson in a half PPR. Today, Fournette against the Houston Texans front seven or Carson. I'm probably playing Carson. Man, but Fournette's good. Here's the thing. Fournette had a really bad week 1 because of how bad the score got early, right? So the Chiefs take a huge lead, and all of a sudden... he gets usage in the passing game. He had, I think, 87% of the targets out of the backfield, so he's fine there. But the issue is whether or not he's going to see something similar against the Houston offense. Probably is going to be the same. If Minshew can't get going This might be a blowout early. Therefore, they're going to have to pass heavily. He probably will be, taken out of the game script. So I probably go with, where the heck was the donation? Gosh, I'd probably go with Chris Carson this week, AB. Thank you for the donation. All right. Northwest. I'm coming, Northwest. I'm coming. Let's do this really quickly. I want to make sure I don't miss any of these damn donations, people. Holy moly. Northwest says Vance McDonald, Vernon Davis, Austin Hooper, and a standard. I'm not playing Vernon Davis. I know it seems like a pretty good option considering he scored last week, but I'm really not about to play Vernon Davis. I'm probably going with Austin Hooper this week. I don't despise the idea of Vance McDonald. He would have been on my tight end list. I just don't like having 13 names. Just a bad number. Yesterday was Friday the 13th, or 2 days ago, was Friday the 13th. That's how mixed up I am right now. So I'd probably go with Austin Hooper and a standard this week. Okay. Let's see here. Next donation. Aaron Rodgers let's hold up. Let me just pull this up, guys. What am I doing? Here we go. Where did it go? Okay, here we go. Let's Jared Goff. Oh, no, that's not it. How many people watching right now? It says 225. I don't know. If there's 225 people, let me get some likes in here. I know, guys, that the donations are absorbing a lot of the time, but I can't do anything about it. Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers. I was looking at so I had a Patreon-only live stream yesterday, and I was looking at the home and away splits of Jared Goff. Last season at home, 22 touchdowns to 3 interceptions, while on the road, he had 10 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Jared Goff is far better quarterback at home, and I do like him as an option this week. Aaron Rodgers away. No, he's at home this week. Yeah, he's at home this week. I'll probably go with Aaron Rodgers by the slightest margin, but I think Jared Goff has the better matchup. No, you know what? They're probably the same. The thing is, the Saints early in seasons are not great on defense. They eventually get to, when they get to about weeks, 15, 16-ish, that's when they're in full speed. We don't let you run the ball, and we dare you to pass the ball kind of momentum. So as of right now, I'm probably going with Jared Goff over Aaron Rodgers, slight margin, just because he's at home. I know Aaron Rodgers is at home, but I don't trust Aaron Rodgers' offense. He looked, last week. Maybe Matt LaFleur is going to change some stuff up, but I'm not trusting it. Not right now. Okay. Here we go. Another donation. Thank you again for the donation, guys. Okay, Philly Mo, TDs. 14-team league, full PPR, flex. Sutton, David Montgomery, Valdez-Scantling, Ito Smith, or Randall Cobb, all available on waivers. I'd probably avoid Ito Smith this week, avoid Randall Cobb. It's really between... Okay, here's the thing about David Montgomery. He's not going to get any of that PPR value. He has a good matchup. We saw Josh Jacobs completely run through that defense of the Broncos last week because of how good that offensive line was, just mauling Bradley Chubb and Von Miller. I don't think David Montgomery is going to be given the opportunity that Josh Jacobs was in week 1. Hopefully Matt Nagy can change his thought process sooner rather than later. So between the two of Sutton and Valdez-Scantling, I'm just trying to stay away from the Broncos offense this week. Just a little, sketched out about that Bears defense getting all over us. So I'm going with Valdez-Scantling. Philly Mo, thank you for the donation. Moving on. Okay, we're just scrolling. Here we go. Mecole or Diggs? I was mentioning it earlier. I probably play Diggs because I don't want to leave him on my bench. But Mecole Hardman only needs one play to pretty much make his entire fantasy week. I do think that the Packers-Vikings game could be a shootout here and there, but it all depends. Maybe Aaron Rodgers shows up and shits the bed. You never know. Same thing with Kirk Cousins. If you put pressure on Kirk Cousins, he turns into a bad quarterback real quick. Jared Cook or Darren Waller? Give me Darren Waller. Devin Singletary or Miles Sanders? I'll take Sanders this week, slight margin. Josh Gordon or Brandon Cooks? I'll take Brandon Cooks. Aaron Jones or Breida? I'll take Breida. Jared Cook or Vance McDonald? I'll take Jared Cook. Jared Cook actually walked into my buddy's thing today, or yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. My buddy owns a jewelry shop. Jared Cook walked in. He's literally the biggest human being I've ever seen. His hands are like, if you put a hand on top of another hand, that's how big they are. He's like, I don't understand how linebackers are supposed to cover this dude. It's 6'7", ginormous human being. I was like, yeah. That's how they are. That's why they play in the NFL, because they're literally gifted some incredible genetics. Let's see here. Baker or Prescott? I don't mind the Dak play this week if you're sketched out about Baker, but Baker has a ridiculous matchup here against the Jets. Jets are not great against the pass as of right now. Secondary is kind of sketchy, but they do have a dirty defense, and Odell Beckham needs to exact some revenge. So I do think that Greg Williams is going to blitz the whole time, so that might force them to have to sketch out the ball to Jarvis Landry and Chubb and kind of slow down the game. But yeah, Prescott's not a bad option there either. I'd probably go with Baker, though, on Monday night. VW fan, $5 donation, thank you. 10-team standard. Did not draft a wide receiver. What? Drafted, okay. Who should I target for a trade? Any of my running backs. Okay, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook, Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs. Wide receiver 1 and 2 are Watkins and Godwin. Wait, what is the problem with your team? You're perfect. You are perfect. You're fine. Godwin is the number 1 for that team. It's over. There's no Mike Evans is too busy playing Fortnite. Guys, I'm not kidding. He was on Twitch yesterday with Nick Merckx playing Fortnite. I don't know if many of you are familiar with Twitch. He was grinding 90s over there and playing. Was it yesterday or was it Friday? I don't know what it was. My days are mixed up, but he's too busy playing Fortnite. I'm taking Godwin. With Tyreek Hill out, Watkins is the number 1. You're set to go there. All you have to do is keep your running backs, hope for no injuries, and maybe if you want, you can trade like I'd probably trade like Dalvin Cook for, if you're going to get a receiver, you got to go for like a Julio or DeAndre Hopkins. Or you have to trade one of these guys for one of the top 2. Or Devontae Adams, assuming he can show up this week. So yeah. Otherwise, you're set to go, VW. Thank you for the donation. I mean, yeah, those 2 wide receiver options, dude, they're as good as they get. Jason Bell, $1 donation. Thank you, brother. Do you have a question? Where's the questions, people? How does this work? Some of you forget. Does it just... Okay, here we go. Chapstick. Okay, I got to change my thing because I may have missed some. And I don't want to miss any. Here we go. We're coming back. Okay, let's see here. What did I miss here? Chapstick. Moncrief or Corey Davis in a PPR? No. Moncrief, dislocated finger. I don't even care. I'm not playing Corey Davis. If you want, on your own accord, you can absolutely play Corey Davis. I don't want to try to touch him. I don't want to. He could have a 24-point week today and sit on my bench, and I wouldn't even be salty about it. I'm not even kidding. I just don't like Corey Davis. Now, that hasn't worked in the past. I didn't like Allen Robinson last week. He murdered my life. I didn't like Derrick Henry last week. He murdered my life. There's been players that really get after Andrew. So, you know what? On your own accord, if you like Corey Davis and you don't want to, go towards Moncrief, you think maybe James Washington's vying for some snaps there, why not? As of right now, I'm going Moncrief. I trust Roethlisberger over Mariota. That's just my thought process for now. Let's see here. Felix says Tyrell Williams or Alshon or Mike Williams in a PPR. I think in my thought it's Alshon, then Tyrell, then Mike. Yeah, I'd rather take Alshon. Oh, man. Tyrell and Alshon are like neck and neck right now. No, I'm taking Alshon, though. I'll take Alshon Jeffrey. They're both really good plays. I just prefer Alshon. I wouldn't be mad if you even played Tyrell this week. But Mike Williams, try to avoid it. It's just a little sketch this week, considering he's ailing from that knee injury, and on top of it, there's always a chance that he re-aggravates that. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm gonna go really quickly. I'm gonna just try to rip off some questions. Let's put the chat back on the screen and let's go. Here we go. Oh, I gotta scroll up. Giovanni Bernard, question mark. Probably could play, but I wouldn't start him because Joe Mixon. Robbie Anderson or Chris Thompson? That's a flex question. Lockett or Tyrell Williams? I'll take Tyrell Williams this week. Michelle or Josh Jacobs? 100% Josh Jacobs. Michelle is, he's too much of a risk. Let's see here. Sanders or Burkhead? I don't mind Burkhead. I probably take Miles Sanders, but I don't mind Burkhead. I probably take Miles Sanders. Jeffrey, Gallup, or Gordon. I'll take Jeffrey, then I'll take Gordon, then I'll take Gallup. Okay, here comes Jason Bell with a $2 donation. Says Breida or Tyrell Williams in a full PPR. Oh, goodness. I'm probably taking Tyrell Williams. I'm sketched out about Breida because the dude was going to find a way to get injured this week. I'm telling you, it always happens. It always happens. Mostert's going to get some reps. Kyle Juszczyk's going to catch a 40-yard bomb for no reason. And then Matt Breida is going to just disappear into the existence. I'm going with Tyrell Williams in the PPR. Here we go. Scrolling down. Tyrell, Kenny G, or Matt Breida. I'm probably playing, Tyrell and Kenny G. I probably play Kenny G over Tyrell, and then I just answered the other question, so that figures yours out, Blaze. Here comes another one from Jason. Damian Williams. Just put them all in one question. You don't have to donate so many times, but thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I have PPR, Damian Williams or Tyrell Williams. I'm playing Damian. I'd rather have the running back in this case because at least I know he's associated with that offense and is going to get the goal line work and is used heavily in the passing game. I'd rather have Damian Williams as right now. The whole question is Tyrell Williams in the second half in potential garbage time going to be able to score a lot of fantasy points? There's always a possibility, but I'd rather have the starting running back. In case it's a close game, he might have a lot of carries and put some work together. Drew, I have Hollywood Brown at the moment as my wide receiver one is Michael Thomas with Tyreek Hill and AJ Green now. Should I roll with Hollywood Brown or pick up Ted Ginn, Robbie Anderson? No, roll with Hollywood Brown. I don't like the idea of just throwing Robbie Anderson with that Jets offense without a starting quarterback. Marvin Jones only had one target before overtime. Amendola and Golladay and Hawkinson were absorbing the rest, and Ted Ginn is a little bit of a fringe play, so I'd just play with Hollywood Brown and hope for the best this week. Terry McLaurin, question mark, should be fine. He's the number one receiver of that team. He's pretty good at finding some zones and pockets here and there. Obviously, he's going to get number one cornerback on him from the Cowboys, but should be fine. They can move him around the formation. Let's see here, Jacobs or Henry in a flex non-PPR. I'm playing Derrick Henry over Josh Jacobs probably this week in a standard like that. Sanders or Fitz? That's a flex question. I got to find some regular questions. Djax or okay, here we go. Gallup or John Ross? Probably. Okay, I like the idea of playing John Ross because of how good he was last year. They definitely wasn't good last year. Last week, had 13 targets. That's a really big deal. On top of it, he's playing against the 49ers, who he probably could get behind in terms of using his speed. It just depends if Andy Dalton will have enough time to let the ball go and the pass rush not get to him. I'll probably go with Ross over Gallup. Man, I like Gallup though, but it just depends if Gallup can score a touchdown. Gallup's the safer play. In a PPR, Gallup is the safer play. But we haven't seen much of John Ross. We've only seen that one real game of production last week throughout pretty much his whole career in terms of what he has to offer. I kind of like the idea of going with Ross. Just stick with me. I like the idea of it. Lockett or Michelle in a PPR? Oh, that's a flex question. We're moving on. That one's actually a pretty tough one. I don't blame you for actually asking that. Mel, hold up. Give me a second, Mel. Hold up. Here we go. I got to scroll. Why doesn't it pop up sometimes, man? It's such annoying. I got to contact some people at YouTube and be like, why aren't these popping up? Tyrell Williams or Devontae Freeman? Tyrell Williams 100%. I don't want to touch Devontae Freeman this week. I don't want to touch him. He's going to disappoint, and I know he is. He always does it to me. Always. Especially against the Eagles. Last year, he wasn't good against the Eagles. Last week, against the Vikings, he got murderized. It's just going to happen again. He's just going to give you a goose egg of a week and really just... There's no way against the Eagles that he runs amok. There's no way. And I say that now, and watch him fuck me over today. Breida or Ingram, tight end Cook or Andrews. I'm playing Mark Andrews over Jared Cook, and I'm playing Mark Ingram over Breida. Thank you for the donation, Mel. What the fuck is going on? Okay, here we go. You see, I started getting a little tilted. Someone asked me a real tough question there. I'm not going to answer it because it's not a donation, but holy crap. The F-bomb started to fly there. Here it comes. Gavin, where's the message, Gavin? Do you have one? Where's the message, Gavin? Andrew Hedrick, give me a second. You have a really good name there. Andrew's a great name. Let's see, Adam Thielen or Robert Woods. I'll take Adam Thielen this week in a standard. Certainly, I'd rather have him over Robert Woods. Gavin, where's the question, my dude? Where's it at? Okay, either way, I'm waiting. Tyrell or Lockett or Sony. Just give me Tyrell. Elijah. Devin Singletary or Carson? Carson for sure. Tyrell, okay, we already figured that out. Here comes another donation. Let me just try to kill somebody. Killer of the Light. PPR, pick two. Hilton, Woods, AB, Boyd, Coaches said they feed AB. Okay, then play AB and then play T.Y. Hilton. Those are the two. Thoughts on Melvin Gordon? Keep or drop? Keep, 100%. 1,000%. Keep him. I know he takes a bench spot. I know it could be annoying. I'd still keep him. Eckler over Jacobs, Brody. David Johnson or Derrick Henry? I'm playing Derrick Henry, GSG, Richard. Let's see here. BN says Amari or OBJ in the standard. I'm playing OBJ. Oh, wow. You have both and you can't play them both? What? Oh, man. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. I think both are fantastic plays. I think Amari Cooper could finish as the number one wide receiver this week, and so could OBJ. I'm not even kidding. Both of them are that good. But I cannot leave OBJ on the bench. I can't do it. Rivers or Goff? Rivers is the 2-touchdown safety play. If you just want solid points, Goff is the one that'll get you to 3 touchdowns or will get you the 1 touchdown and 1 pick. So I like the safety of it over Goff just a tad bit. But if you like or if you need points, let's say Thursday night effed you over, that's the thing. Hey, Andrew, I donated a question. Was Gordon and Breida? Clarence, yeah, what the heck is going on? I'm missing a lot of these donations. I got to go and look at them right now. I'll get to you right now, Clarence. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. Clarence said PPR, Josh Gordon or Matt Breida in my flex. I'm playing Josh Gordon over Matt Breida. I don't know, man. I don't want to touch Matt Breida. I don't want to touch him. I don't know what it is. Man, it's so tough. Because if AB shows up, Edelman's always going to get his work. James White's going to get his work. Shoney Michel. Then what happens to Gordon? No, play Matt Breida. Just run it. Run him in there. It's not like I'm forcing you to play him, but I think the amount of targets that Josh Gordon saw last week, I know it was a one-sided affair, but it's just like Gordon will eventually get to the spot that we want him to, but right now I'd rather just play the running back because at least he's going to have some guaranteed touches there. For certain, and it's not going to be a blowout and they have to take out Gordon or something, or they don't have to take out Breida. Full PPR, Flex Williams or okay. This is a question I got many times on Patreon this week. Here's the thing, I'm probably playing Tyrell Williams over Hardman this week by a slight margin, but I'm really a fan of Kiko Hardman this week, guys. It's really tough to not play him, but Cameron, I'm probably going with Cameron. Yeah, Cameron pretty much. I'm probably going with Tyrell Williams this week. Wentz or Goff from Felix. Thanks for the help. Yeah, I'm going with Wentz over Goff. I like Wentz against the Atlanta defense this week much rather than Goff against the Saints, so I'll take Wentz. Okay, let's scroll back up here. Did I miss anybody? Okay, here we go, guys. 10 minutes. Here it is. The last 10 minutes of here. Here we go. Andrew's going to try to go quickly. I know. Many of you have missed it. Freeman or Bernard? Listen, I don't think Bernard's playing. I think Mixon's going, so I'd probably play Freeman in that case. Adam Thielen or Robert Woods? I'll take Adam Thielen. My number one wide receiver is Michael Thomas. LOL, then you should be fine. Oh, that's why you can't make... Okay, that makes more sense. So, yeah, you probably play OBJ, but gee, many Christmas. 2 more likes to 100. That's right, Moby1. Let him know. David Carr or Josh Allen? I'll take Josh Allen. Marlon... Ooh, scroll up, Andrew. What the heck? Marlon Mack or Damian Williams? I probably play Damian Williams, slight margin this week, but Marlon Mack against Tennessee, it might be tricky. They're pretty good against the run typically. It's going to be a real test. Offensive line versus defensive line. Who's really better? McCoy or AB? I probably play AB. I mean, if AB's playing, guys, and people say that they're feeding him the rock, how could you leave him on the bench, right? Rams or Chiefs defense? Probably Rams. I mean, they're really both going to be potential shootouts, so it's a little tricky, but I'd probably just play the Rams in case Drew Brees doesn't want to show up today. AP or Sanders? Probably play AP, but I really do like Sanders' matchup far more. Christian Kirk or Robbie Anderson? I'll take Christian Kirk. I don't want to touch Robbie Anderson with Simeon this week. Tyler Lockett. Okay, we already saw that. Okay, hold the phone. What are we doing here? Delaney Walker or Mark Andrews? That's a really good question. I'm probably going Delaney Walker. I think I have him as my number 5 tight end this week. Hasn't really changed over the last couple of days. Mark Andrews, Same team, almost close. This is my number 6 tight end. So they're really neck and neck there. So as of right now, I'm probably still going Delaney Walker. He is Marcus Mariota's safety blanket in that offense. So I have a hard time leaving him on the bench. I know Andrews looked really good last week. You don't have a bad option here. You have 2 really good tight ends. So you should be good with Delaney Walker, Castro. Gavin with the $5 donation says, try again, LOL. Waller or Andrews and Ingram and Jacobs. I'm probably playing... okay, so earlier this week, I had Waller lower than Andrews, but I feel, man, Waller, Delaney Walker, and Andrews, they're all going... they're pretty much that second tier of tight end. After the Kelsey, the Ertz, the Kittle, the Ingram, then it's these guys. So I don't mind playing Waller over Andrews. I think it's a better matchup for him against the Chiefs defense, and getting 30% of the target share last week is a pretty big difference. They both got the same amount of targets, 8 targets apiece, both of them. It's tough. I think I probably slightly go with Mark Andrews over Waller, but I think they're both really good plays, Gavin. Ingram or Jacobs, I probably go with Mark Ingram. So the thing is, are you willing to play 2 Ravens? I don't mind it at all. Against the Cardinals defense, I don't mind it whatsoever. So yeah, I'm going with Andrews and Ingram. Thank you for the donation. Okay, scroll. Here we go. Jarvis or Deshaun Jackson? Give me Deshaun Jackson. Vernon Davis or Jason Witten? I'll take Vernon Davis. Mixon or Singletary? I'm taking Mixon. Wentz or Baker? I'm taking Wentz. Sanders or McCoy? That one's tough. I'm probably going with... is McCoy going to get enough touches this week? Yikes. I'll probably go with McCoy. Slightly. I go with McCoy. Hopefully Miles Sanders has that breakout game this week, but I'm probably going with McCoy for safety purposes. McCoy or Thompson? I'll probably go with McCoy still, especially in a standard. Josh Allen or Drew Brees? I'm taking Josh Allen. Yeah, that's right. I'm taking Josh Allen. Kerryon Johnson or Eckler? I'm taking Eckler. Mark Andrews or McDonald? I'm taking Andrews. Ross Fitzgerald or Bernard? I'm taking Ross. What is this? Hilton, Boyd, AB, Laundry. Hey, Victor, that's what I'm talking about. I'm taking AB if he's playing this week, but I personally would rather just play Hilton and be safe with it. Dalvin Cook or Eckler? I'm probably going with... I'll probably go Dalvin Cook, but to be honest, Eckler is just as good. It's not. I don't even care that he's not. Oh, he's not the starting running back. Melvin Gordon. Blah blah. No. I probably Melvin. I try to play them both. That's what I try to do. You probably have a better running back than both of them, GSG, but between the two, I probably go with Cook just slightly. Not even like we're splitting hairs at this point. Singletary or Hardman? I probably play Singletary. Hardman. Let's just run it. Hawkinson or Cook? I'm assuming that's Jared Cook. I'm playing Hawkinson over Jared Cook today. Jason Bell, thank you for the donation. Did I miss any other ones there? Moving on. AB is playing. Yep, so I'm playing him. Fournette or Henry? I'm probably playing Henry this week. Devontae Freeman or LaShawn McCoy? Give me Devontae Freeman. No. Give me LaShawn McCoy. What am I saying? I don't want to touch Devontae Freeman. No. Bad. Dak or Jackson? I'm playing Lamar Jackson this week over Dak. I don't think Dak's throwing 4 touchdowns against the the Redskins today. And I don't think Lamar Jackson's throwing 5 touchdowns against the Cardinals. But I think that Jackson probably has a better chance of having a really blow-up week against that Cardinals secondary. Goff or Prescott? Gallup or AB? Just play AB and play Prescott. Kerryon Johnson or Marlon Mack? I'm Kerryon against the Chargers at home or Marlon Mack on the road against it. Now I'm probably playing Kerryon Johnson slight margin. Kerryon Johnson. Crowder or Hardman. Woods or Tyrell? I'll probably play Tyrell. Alfredo. McDonald or Andrews? I'm playing Andrews. Let me see here. Did I miss any? No, there's no more donuts. Okay, good. Brandon Cooks or Tyler Lockett? Brandon Cooks. Stephon Diggs or Josh Gordon? Stephon Diggs. Mixon or Boyd? Probably play Mixon if he plays. Even in a half PPR. Please help. I have AB, Allen Robinson, and Deshaun Jackson. Who do I start? It's a standard. I'd probably play AB in that case. Otherwise, I'll take Jackson over Robinson. Metcalf, Hardman, Laundry. We'll probably play I'll probably play Miko, Hardman, Jabba, Daba. Duke Johnson or Montgomery. I'll probably play Duke Johnson. Rivers or Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the sketchy play. If you want the safety, 2 touchdowns, it's Rivers. If you want anything more, you want to try to go for upside, Josh Allen's the play. I typically like to go with the safety, but I think Josh Allen's got a pretty good week this week. Fuller or Deshaun Jackson. They're both really good. I'd probably go with Deshaun Jackson just because of the amount of targets that he received last week. He's just going to be utilized a lot in that offense. He looked really good. Kind of like a rebirth almost. Let's see here. Mixon, White or Damian Williams. I'll take Damian Williams. Diggs or Ridley. I'll take Diggs. You think Fuller will be boom since AJ Boye is out? Yeah. Even with AJ Boye in, he would have just been fine because he has the speed to get over the top of the defense. I think Will Fuller will have a good week. Robot Unicorn. Moby one coming in with the Tyler Boyd or Hardman. I want to play Hardman every chance I get. That's me personally. If you want the safety of a Tyler Boyd, go for it. He still has the potential to score 17 points. It's not like he's just a safe play that's only going to get 10. That's his baseline. Anything more is a very good opportunity and chance. So I'd probably still play what's his name? Hardman, because I like Gavin, $2 donation, says James White or Deshaun Jackson in a PPR. I'll probably play Deshaun Jackson this week against that Atlanta secondary. Somebody just asked Kelsey or Waller. No, you're playing Kelsey without a doubt, Joseph. No doubt in my mind. Mac or McLaurin? Come on, Mac. What are we doing? Come on. Adam Thielen against Robert Woods. Adam Thielen for sure, guys. Deshaun Jackson or Will Fuller? Deshaun Jackson, then Will Fuller, then Gallup, Sang Park. Metcalf or Landry? I'll probably play Landry. Mixon, Breida, Carry-On. Pick 2 of 3. I'll take Carry-On and I'll take Mixon. If you're afraid of the injury, then the decision is yours. You take Breida and Carry-On, but I'll probably take Mixon, Carry-On myself. I'm going with Latavius Murray over Mixon. Too risky with the ankle. Yep, I respect it. That's not a problem at all. DJ Chark or Marvin Jones. Chark is not bad. I think majority of his production just came early with that touchdown and that huge 40-yard reception was with Foles. I mean, Minshew could figure it out, especially in garbage time. I think just Marvin Jones is a little sketchy too. That's a coin toss. That's really a coin toss play. I'd probably go with Marvin Jones because I'm more comfortable with him within that offense, so it should be fine. What is going on here? Holy moly. Is that another one? Ollie the Fourth says, Waller or Ingram? I'm playing Evan Ingram without a doubt. He had 14 targets, 11 receptions last week, and a touchdown in that offense, even though they were getting blown out. This coming week, it's even better for him. Sterling Shepard's out, and he's going to be the number 1 wide receiver of this team. He's going to have all the targets going his way. He had a 20-plus point week last week in fantasy. Should be great again. I'm playing Ingram over Waller. Thank you for the donation. Moving on. Come on. Here we go. Scroll, Andrew. Scroll. Is it already 10 o'clock? What's happening? Holy moly, guys. Baltimore or Houston defense. I'm playing Houston probably because I'd rather just play against the rookie quarterback, that rookie quarterback, rather than the other one. Have a good day, my friend. Yeah, thank you. Chubb or Henry? Playing Chubb, Victor. Giovanni Bernard or Calvin Ridley just play Calvin Ridley. Don't touch Giovanni Bernard. You don't need to touch him. Singletary or Gallup? Probably play with Gallup. Just don't worry about these running backs that don't have the backfield to themselves. It's not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. Thank you, Andrew. Yep. TJ Hawkinson or Waller? Probably play Waller. Samuel or Madison? Probably play Madison over Jalen Samuels. Tyrell Michelle. I'll probably go with. Man, I want to hope that Sony Michelle is going to be good, but I just go with Tyrell Williams, especially because you play on a PPR. Good luck, everybody. Today is done. I'm going to the Rams game. Hopefully, it's going to be fun. Hopefully, the Rams don't get smacked. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Thank you, everybody, for the donations. I'm sorry if I couldn't get to your question. There was a lot coming my way, and I'll try to do more live streams in the future to try to mitigate and, stop so many questions from hitting me. But, again, thank you, everybody, for watching. It's 10 o'clock. Kickoff has just begun. Have a good one, everybody. And if you have more questions, etc., Patreon is the place to go. I appreciate everybody. This is the time I had to go because I got to get ready to leave to the game because, yes, the traffic is going to be hell. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.